Good morning, crazy cats. I'm Chloe, and this is a day in the life of a gym girl. Let's start off with breakfast. I personally am not a caffeine drinker, so I will not be drinking any coffee, energy drinks, etc. My pre-workout is quite literally just everything else. So for breakfast today, I already ate a bagel because I was hungry. I had 2 bagel thins and 2 pieces of turkey bacon. I also have the holy grail of yogurt, which is Oikos, and I will stand by that. Today is the first day of the cut, and I guess it's going well. I only assume it's going to go downhill later, but we have to get ready for summer, and that is something I'm just gonna have to accept. I will be making an egg sandwich here shortly for my friend who I'm so excited to work out with. We are hitting back and bi today, as well as a little bit of core, because gotta incorporate it. But I'm heavily looking forward to back and bi today, so I hope you guys stick around. Hello. So we're gonna start by taking this bagel thin and putting it in the toaster. That is definitely step 1. So I'm gonna go do that. Now, if I'm being absolutely, completely honest with all of you, it's important to build this strong connection. I have never cooked an egg. Scrambled, maybe. Have I ever cooked an egg like this? No. You know why? I don't eat eggs. Nobody talks about being in the fitness community and being the pickiest eater possible. I personally just don't really like them, okay? I don't like the texture, I don't like the smell, I don't like the taste. But this isn't a cooking or complaining show, so bear with me. And now that we're done with that, I'll meet you in the car. I call shotgun. Just to get close to you, we burn someday. And I will run for miles just to get a taste. Must be love on the brain. Whew. You are not starting your morning off right if it isn't with Rihanna. Must be love on the brain. First exercise of the day, pull-ups. Sorry, I'm doing these instead of lat pull-downs just because I like the forward movement when it comes to pull-ups. That is why I'm doing this instead of lat pull-downs. So my mic wasn't on and I didn't know, but I'm just doing pull-ups instead of lat pull-downs for the reason that they work the exact same thing. Thank you! Okay, we are doing rows now. I want to actually talk about these. So, fun fact, my mic is still not on, so I'm going to explain what is going on here. I say that a lot of people tend to pull back like that, which is not correct because that is just going to hurt your shoulders. I'm trying to get at, you want to use your lower back as your rock, as your foundation. It's okay to lean back a little bit, but when you go to pull, you want your shoulder blades to contract like that in the back. This allows you to have a wider back, and this works a little bit of mid back as well as mainly upper back, which just allows for another lat pull movement. Okay guys, next section, rear delts. Skip over this one a lot, and I don't know why, because rear delts really shape like the almost shreddedness of the back and your upper shoulders. You can also do rear delt flies, which is on the pec deck machine, but like backwards like that. I prefer to do these with cables because I really like the tension that you have the whole time. It's important to kind of practice your If you didn't hear what I said make sure you practice your comfortability and practice with this exercise so you don't end up hurting your shoulders. A lot of people like to bend their elbows when they do this, and I personally just feel the contraction much more when my elbows are straight. Next up, we have wrist curl and bicep cable. So I like to do wrist curls because a lot of people neglect forearms, and I wish they didn't, because if it wasn't for forearms, people would not be able to tell that I can work out underneath my toes. Anywho, so we're gonna start by grabbing this bar at like a shoulder width height. And you want your shoulders back a little bit. You don't want them rounded so much, because if you're doing this, then you're kind of just doing a shrug. So you want your shoulders back a little bit, and we're just gonna come up. And instead of flailing all the way down like this, and like jolting yourself forward, we're gonna come up, and we're gonna, on control, come down. This is really good for your forearms, as well as a little bit of bicep work. Next exercise, we're gonna do bicep cable curl. And the reason I do bicep cable curl over strict curl is for the reason of tension. So with bicep cable curl, you see how this is my starting point? I have all this cable here, meaning I always have tension on the bicep, on my forearms. And I'm gonna have my shoulders back a little bit again. Because the thing with strict curl personally for me is if I have a bar such as the 30 that I use for wrist curls, my shoulders often tend to cave in, sort of like this, especially when I get closer to failure, and I end up just completely dropping the bar, which is not what we want to do. So for this one, we're just gonna pick up the bar, pick the distance you want. The further you are away, the harder it is. We're gonna come down, and we're gonna come up. Okay, for the next exercise of today, and final bicep exercise before we get into core, we have incline curl. I'm doing this on the machine just because, you know, I like the feeling of lifting a little bit more than I know I can. It allows me to do that without fully injuring myself. Okay, last but not least, to conclude this workout, I have 2 core finishers for today. I'm doing hanging leg raises with the pull-up bar, and then after that, I'm gonna do twists. So let's start with ones. So for these, I see a lot of swinging going on. So you kind of just want to lock your shoulder blades back, bring up and down. You're going to do Russian twists or wood choppers, whatever you prefer to call them. Wood chippers, wood choppers, whatever. This one, a lot of people hurt their backs doing these. You want your feet up or cross, whatever you prefer. You're gonna hold the plate or dumbbell or kettlebell, whatever you want to use. 1, 1, 2, 2. Okay, bye.